just for demonstration purposes, so that we can all see clearly, so that we can see it clearly. You are tilting it towards the upper lip of your baby. Okay, so this is one of the ways in which you can even know if your child is actually hungry or not. If your child is hungry, it's going to move his head, you know, bobbing his head, and the nipple will just, once he opens his mouth wide, you just push in gently your nipple into his mouth. Now, you want the whole of your nipple. So you want the whole of your nipple to be in your baby's mouth. If you don't have the whole of your nipple in your baby's mouth, your baby will not be able to latch properly. And that will cause you pain, because your baby is going to be sucking more at this place, the pause where the milk will be coming out for, which is really, really sensitive and painful. So what you want to do is that you want to have the whole of the nipple in your baby's mouth. So it's just the areola that you are seeing. Now, when you, let's assume that this is from here, from the tip of my finger to about here is the whole of the nipple. So you want it going into and into, not to the back of the tongue, just enough and touching the roof of your baby's upper palate. Okay, so if you do it that way, you are sure of it that way, then you are sure that the nipple is in. The sucking pressure is going to be more of the areola. You know that if you want to find out if you are producing milk, okay, what you do is more of the areola, that's the pigmented part around the nipple, is what you are pressing. You are not pressing the nipple itself, you are pressing the pigmented part of the nipple, that's the areola. So that same pressure that your baby, when he's sucking, that pressure on the areola is what releases, is what lets down the milk into his mouth. So there's no point having half of your nipple out, you know, just half of your nipple in your baby's mouth. You want the whole of it so that he can apply the pressure on the areola himself. Now, how do you know that your baby is latched properly? This is how you know your baby is latched properly. You want to ensure that your baby's mouth is not like this on your nipple. This is how your baby's mouth should be. You look down, this lower lip should be bent forward like this. When you notice that his lower lip is bent inwards like this, that means it's latched properly. Once it's latched properly, you won't feel the pressure or the sensitivity of a sucking mouth. You won't feel that at all. So your breastfeeding is going to be painless and free for you. Now, if your baby is not latching properly, especially for newborns, because they get tired easily, if your newborn is not latching properly, it's not going to be getting enough milk. And if it's not getting enough milk, it's not going to gain weight. And that's going to affect your baby's development, especially the brain. Now, sometimes we think that our babies are well fed when they sleep off when they are feeding. It's not always so. It could be because enough milk is not coming out. They're not getting access to enough milk, and so they are tired and they just sleep off. But you wouldn't know. So when you notice that your baby is sleeping off while eating, what you can do is to try and pat your baby, you know, pull his or her feet, do a form of activity to wake the baby up, pull your nipple out, just what I mentioned earlier, around the areola, press the areola, tilt your nipple upward like this, tilt your nipple upward, and the finger, these two fingers that you have, you have your nipple in between the fingers, use it to press the areola while tilting your nipple forward. If milk comes out, then that means you are at least sure that your baby has suckled. But if milk is not coming out, then that means your baby did not take in anything. Okay, now for swollen breast, could be, like I said just now, that your baby is not feeding. So if your baby is not feeding, the milk is just going to keep on storing up there, and it will become swollen and painful. Now, if you are not directly breastfeeding, but you want your baby to have milk from you, then it's best you continue, you keep on expressing. Whether your baby is breastfeeding or directly, or you are expressing, that sucking reflex is what enhances milk production. So once you stop any of the two, your milk is going to stop flowing. So you want to make sure you continue with either expressing, or you're breastfeeding directly, or you're even doing the two of them. Every other thing like the lactation cookies, drinking water, exercise, and all of that is just to help. That is the sucking reflex that actually causes the letdown of milk. So if there's no sucking reflex from your baby or from the pump, then you are going to, before you know it, your milk supply is going to dry up. Now, if you notice that your baby is not latching properly, like I explained earlier on, that the lower lip should be like this. If you notice your baby is not latching properly, just ensure that your hands are clean before you start breastfeeding, in case you experience that. Put your little finger into your baby's mouth and break the suction. Bring your nipple out and try again. So my new moms, it's not a difficult thing. You just want to do the best. You're already doing your best for your baby. Congratulations on having this new arrival in your family. You are doing your best. Whether you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding, you are still doing a great job. Put the tips I've mentioned into mind. If it works for you, just drop a comment down the comment box there and let us know. We are glad that this video has helped you one way or the other. We love you, and like I said earlier, you are doing a great job. Try and get as much sleep as possible. Drink lots of water as much as you can. Take strolls around your compound if you cannot go out. It's really helpful, especially for moms that cannot eat because they are breastfeeding. There are some mothers that are not able to eat well because they are breastfeeding, or you have nausea. Take walks outside, take in some clean air, soak into, spoil yourself, go for a massage, go to the spa, spoil yourself, clean up, take off every form of negative energy or attitude around you. Take lots of fruits and salad or smoothies, whichever works for you, and live a good life. Because if you fall sick, you won't be able to take care of your baby. Ciao.